Actors strike.
Welcome to the video, and it's Christian, and you've probably been hearing a lot of news lately about the potential SAG strike, and you're curious to know what it's all about and how it's going to affect your favorite movies or TV shows. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the SAG strike, including how it's going to affect TV shows and movie, as well as how this big news could literally shut down Hollywood. So the SAG-AFTRA has said the following information. The SAG-AFTRA TV Theatrical Streaming Negotiating Committee has agreed to the AMPTP last-minute request for federal mediation and has reaffirmed that negotiation committee dedication for securing a fair deal by the expiration of the extended contract at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time on Wednesday, July 12. We will not be distracted from negotiating in good faith to secure a fair and just deal by the expiration of our agreement. We're committed to the negotiation process and will explore and exhaust every possible opportunity to make a deal. However, we're not confident that the employees have any intention of bargaining towards an agreement. Now, with that information that we have, let's go ahead and discuss that the Screen Actors Guild, the SAG, is currently in negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, aka the AMPTP, for a new contract. However, there's a possibility that the negotiations could fall through, leading to a strike by the SAG members. This is all happening today. If a strike were to happen, it would be the first simultaneous strike by two major actors unions, the SAG and the AFTRA, the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, in over 6 decades. There will be a massive impact on the production of TV shows and movies. So what is this strike happening, you may ask? And well, both members voted overwhelming in favor of authorizing a strike, with 98% of the union members supporting the move. The main issue at hand is fair compensation for actors and other industry professionals. One of the key demands by SAG-AFTRA is fair pay from streaming platforms, as well as high-profile studios and production companies. With the rise of streaming service in recent years, actors are seeking better financial arrangement to reflect the increased value that their work brings to this platform. This is why you have seen lately that a lot of big studios like Warner Brothers have decided to remove so many TV shows and movies from their platforms. Also, Disney did this. This is why they're not really getting paid. So imagine you being an actor and that the thing that you're working on gets removed from that streaming platform. It's gonna affect you mentally in a way. I'm not an actor. I cannot say how it's gonna affect me personally, but I imagine for many actors and actresses, seeing this from a big studio is gonna hurt. The timing of this potential strike is also crucial. Also, the contract of SAG and AFTRA representing film and television actors, as we know, is gonna expire today. This adds further urgency to the negotiations and increase the likelihood of a strike if an agreement cannot be reached. However, it's important to know that SAG and AFTRA President Fran and Chief Negotiator Duncan have expressed hope for a non-striking solution. They have assured members that negotiations are ongoing and productive. So while a strike is a possibility, there's still a chance for a resolution without interruption to the industry. That's what they want. But hey, it depends in the contract, the new contract they're going to do today. The exact likelihood of a strike and its potential duration remain uncertain, and there are different opinions among industry insiders on the matter. Ultimately, the outcome of the negotiations between SAG-AFTRA and the AMPTP will determine whether a strike occurs and the subsequent impact on the entertainment industry. Obviously, when you're in this type of situation, another question is what's going to happen. If a strike were to happen today or tomorrow, the effects on the entertainment industry will be significant. Here's how it's going to impact various aspects of TV and movie production. First and foremost, a strike by the SAG and the AFTRA members will bring the production of films and television shows to a near complete halt. Actors play a crucial role in the production process, and without them, it will be nearly impossible to continue with filming. This will result in delays in the release of upcoming projects and potentially even the cancellation of some productions. Not only would a strike affect scripted TV shows and movies, but also disrupt the production of unscripted shows. Most hosts of game shows and competition shows are members of the SAG-AFTRA, so if a strike were to occur, this type of programs would also be required to pause production. In addition to production halts and delays, a strike may have financial implications for the entertainment industry. The industry relies heavily on the success of films and TV shows for revenue generation, as we know. If productions are halted or delayed due to the strike, it will result in a loss of revenue from box office sales, something that is currently happening at streaming platforms and other distribution channels. Streaming platforms in particular will be the ones affected by this strike. And again, this is why they're doing this, because the streaming platforms are not paying what the actors and they deserve. The SAG-AFTRA is demanding fair pay from the streaming platforms, which have seen significant growth in recent years. If a strike were to disrupt the production and release of content on these platforms, it could affect the availability of new shows and movies for viewers, but that's not the important thing. While news and broadcasting would not be directly affected by the strike, all film and television productions, including those related to news and broadcasting, will also be impacted. This means that news programs and other broadcast productions could face delays or changes in their schedules due to the strike. The strike would have far-reaching implications for the entertainment industry, and this could also affect job losses for professionals in the industry. That's why they're doing the strike, because they really want to get paid. It could lead to significant production disruptions, financial losses, and so more. So that's why the reason that they don't want this SAG-AFTRA strike to happen. Of course, the potential losses for the entertainment industry could be significant, but let's dive into how the strike could impact the industry financially. This will result in delayed release and potentially even the cancellation of movies or TV shows. Box office sale is going to suffer more than before, because if you're an actor and your movie's coming, let's say next week, you have to promote that movie because you're the actor in that movie. However, because of the strike, you cannot promote any movie, you cannot promote anything, or even have press interviews and so on. So this is going to affect as well PR of a movie or TV show. The longer the strike lasts, the greater the financial impact on the industry. When projects are significantly delayed or canceled, it's going to disrupt the revenue flow that studios and production companies depend on. That's the reason as well that if you're an actor and you're in this, AFTA SAG strike, and you know that this is going to affect the money of the billionaires executive of a movie studio or streaming platform, you're going to do it. Because if I'm going to suffer, you're going to suffer as well. And I believe that's the way that they're looking at it. I may suffer, but you as well. And that is going to allow them and create an urgency for the strike to not happen. The sad thing about this is that a strike would not only affect the income of actors, but also result in job loss for many others involved in the production process. Crew members, support staff, and other professionals would face unemployment and financial hardships due to the halted or delayed productions. A lot of people want to work, and that's the thing about this. Everyone wants to work. It's just like they're not really getting paid what they deserve. And something that is currently happening a lot is this strain on relationships between unions and production companies could result in a breakdown in trust, making future negotiations more challenging and so on. So it's important to know that the exact financial losses during a strike would depend on the duration of the strike. The last time that it happened in 2000 was 6 months. So we can see 6 months of no filming, no movies, no nothing. Now, something that is making me so mad is that studio executives said the following: the end game is to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses, a studio executive told Deadline. Other sources reiterated this statement. One insider called it a cruel but necessary evil. This chilling statement from an unnamed studio executive underscores the hardline approach some studios might take during negotiations. The implication is clear. This tragedy is not new in labor disputes. However, it paints a grim picture of the potential fallout from the SAG-AFTRA strike, and indeed affects everything and everyone involved in various ways. For the actors, it's a tough process. Many actors live paycheck to paycheck, and a prolonged strike could lead to financial hardship. Without a regular income, they may indeed face difficulties paying rent or mortgage, leading to possible eviction or foreclosure. The impact on the life will be harsh, both personally and professionally. Some individuals are supportive of the strike, while others express worry about the potential impact of a strike. They fear that this will lead to an abundance of reality TV shows and a lack of scripted content in the industry. These concerns reflect the idea that a strike could drastically change the landscape of television programming. Now, I believe that whatever happens today or tomorrow, if it's after your time, it's gonna affect possibly the writers and the actors in film is going to affect massively. Is going to affect it. There's no doubt about this. But also everyone deserves to get what they deserve. And I truly, 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 truly support if the strike happens. I will support this. And hey, it's nothing looks more fun than seeing a streaming platform or the studio executive like this one who said those comments to suffer a little bit. But what are your thoughts? Leave in the comments below. My name is Christian, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.